heard over the last few days from risers about the coronavirus impact on your lives. And one of the hardest hit industries is service and hospitality. Thousands have been laid off and businesses across the country closing overnight. Our next guest is one of those people whose income has been jeopardized by this pandemic.
Alice Stanford is a banquet server at the JW Marriott Ritz-Carlton Los Angeles at LA Live, and she joins us now via Skype to share her story. Alice, thank you so much for being with us. We're so grateful.
Thank you for having me.
Good to see you, Alice.
All right, so Alice, tell us what's going on with you. How has this all impacted your life?
Well, it's devastating. There's no other way to put it. So my last day of work was March 5th, and I'm a banquet server. So we kind of live in a world where it's feast or famine. We make a lot of money during like award season, conference and convention season. And then in the summer, it kind of dries up. So we usually make our money in these months. March was projected to be our biggest month this year. So that was supposed to carry through, through the summer. So I've really no idea what we're going to do now. I filed for unemployment. So hoping something comes through there. But I have a little bit of money in the bank, but it's not going to last. We're shut down at least until the end of May, according to Los Angeles mayor. So, and even if we open in April, I don't know. I don't know. It's just very unknown right now.
Certainly,
very
Alice.
Unknown.
Alice, one thing is, the Congress just passed a $1,200 one-time payment and beefed up unemployment insurance. Does that give you some assurance, or would you have wanted it to be higher? I mean, is that going to be enough in order to stopgap some of the 2-3 weeks now of lost income that you've suffered?
No, I mean, just bluntly, no. That won't even pay my rent. It won't even touch my rent. So. Not really. I mean, at least, I guess it's something, but it's just kind of like, kind of really in reality, throwing us $1 is not going to make up for what we've lost. And certainly not, it might help me pay like a utility bill, a couple of utility bills, and that's about it. So, I mean, I guess it's something, but it's not going to be anything for me to feel comfortable, that's for sure.
Yeah. Well, and at the same time, so you're losing income during what was supposed to be biggest month of the year. There's no making that up. At the same time, what is your health insurance situation? Do you have health insurance? Will you be able to maintain that health insurance if you have it? We're in the middle of a pandemic. That's obviously what this is all about. So that obviously has to be top of mind as well.
It most definitely is. And so we have, I have a Unite Here Local 11 is my union. I'm very grateful for them because at least I have assurances that when the hotel reopens that I will have a job. I'll have my same seniority. And they've managed to make sure the hotel is covering health insurance for us. So that I'm very grateful for. There are other hotels here in Los Angeles who have just fired everyone, and those folks don't have a union. So I feel my heart goes out to them because they literally have nothing and nothing to fall on. So I feel grateful that I at least have a support system with the union, and they help us. They having food banks for us like every week. I went and got food for me and my household, and then I went back and helped volunteer, pass out food to some of the other coworkers. So yeah, if I didn't have the union right now, I would have no assurances, zero.
Mm-hmm. So
I'm for that.
Alice, tell us about some of those other workers that you're talking about who have just been laid off. I mean, what is this? Some people you may know. What is the situation like for them? What is their life like right now?
The ones from the hotels that don't have the union?
Yes.
Yeah, complete fear. and devastation, because I don't understand why that happened to them. And in fact, my union's been trying to talk to the mayor and city council to try to change some of the laws here. We think here in California we have the most progressive labor laws that protect folks, and I guess we do. I'm grateful that I live in California, but it's just shocking when, I have one friend that had worked for like 23 years at a hotel, and they literally just fired her. Literally, that's it. Like nothing, like goodbye, you're done. And you're welcome to reapply if we reopen. I mean, that's just devastating.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, and at the same time, we're hearing from President Trump that he wants everybody to reopen by Easter Sunday. Now, on the one hand, I'm sure you'd like to get back to work and be earning an income again. On the other hand, it goes against what public health officials say we need to do in terms of combating coronavirus. Just what's your reaction to the president's comments there? What do you think about that?
Well, he's really hard to listen to at this time. I just have gotten to the point where I can't take anything he says seriously because it changes. He's an emotional wreck. He's not really someone I feel I can look to for leadership at this time at all. So I have just learned for my own sanity to tune him out. Because that's ridiculous. It doesn't even make any sense. Our mayor is saying that we're going to be shut down at least until the end of May. And that's what I'm seeing. I see these numbers coming through. Virus is real. And why would we go to all the trouble to shut everything down just to reopen it when the numbers are climbing? I wasn't that scared of getting the virus, but now I'm getting a little scared of the virus because it seems like there's like over 1,000 people that have died in this country already. My wife has asthma. She's in a high risk category. And this is concerning. I'm very concerned for my parents. My parents are in their 70s. They live in Florida. They work at a campground where the spring breakers were going crazy. And I'm worried about them. Mm-hmm. They finally beached down where they work. And so that makes me feel a little better, but I just hope they weren't exposed. I go every year to visit them. And this year I told them I'm just not going to be able to visit. I can't afford a plane ticket. Even if they reopen things, it's just not going to happen. So it's concerning. Opening by Easter, I don't even understand why he would say something like that. It doesn't even make sense.
Well, Alice, we're certainly with you, and we hope that things times will come for the better. We appreciate you joining us, telling us your story.
Yeah, we're going to keep pushing for more, do what we can do. Alice, we're so grateful to hear from you. Thank you so much.
Thanks, Alice.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Next on Rising, why does a senior Huffington Post reporter think that the Senate coronavirus bill can only be described as an outrage? Zach Carter, he weighs in on the bill that passed by the Senate. That's next.